today we are doing it. We are praying. Welcome to the Saturday night show with Pastor Perfect. Today things are going to be wow. Things are going to be wonderful. So please, if you are watching me, do share, click on the share button, and tell a friend that the Saturday night show with Pastor Perfect is good. Today we are discussing what whilst you wait. The song is from Akopwa. Somebody should love somebody. Oh, love. Would you be serious? No, it's so hard when you come from. How they make a big pound? Hey, yes, this week, someone shared the passion for those on my WhatsApp group and those on Facebook and Instagram. I made a post about to be loved, to love and be loved. Say, oh, who don't be alone. Maybe so a simple person. Say, in your money, for back home. So, bedroom, probably bedroom. Which one do you want? To love and to be loved. And the response I had was, everybody would say, I want somebody who loves me. Somebody who loves me. Somebody who loves me. So we all want somebody to love us. That's not how it is. You all want somebody to cherish us. Somebody to be with us. To accept our mistakes. No matter what we go through. No matter what we do. So love is one thing. It's an emotion that we all want. But the question is, are you willing to love somebody? Are you willing to go all the mile for that person? That is the question. Somebody should love somebody. Oh Lord, oh Lord, I'm in love with somebody. Somebody should love somebody. Oh Lord. So today, as I said, we are going to discuss whilst you wait, what to do whilst you wait. And I'm having a guest with me. We are in her studio. I'm having a guest with me. And sorry for the wait. We were supposed to start 8 o'clock. But as you know, we have moved from our location to a different location. So that is why the time and everything we delayed. Sorry, next time is going to be 8 on the dot. So today, as I said, we are discussing whilst you wait, what to do whilst you wait. And I have a guest with me. If you saw on my flyer, you saw this handsome guy by my side on the flyer. Today, he's going to help me so that he's going to help us digest whilst we wait. What do we do whilst we wait? If we're a single person, what do you do while you wait? So we are going to dive into it. So I will welcome my seasoned guest who I'm having in the studio today, and he is nobody other than his Pastor King David Delali Kuma, the only pastor who is a king, King David Delali Kuma, a pastor, a Seventh-day Adventist pastor of the Fiekuma NCA Church in Capra. He's into a lot of things. He's having studios. He's a corporate person too. So he's a young man who is out there winning souls for Christ and making sure that the young people, especially those who are single, make the right choices. So welcome to our show today, Pastor King David.
Thank you. I don't know whether I can salute or I should bow, but thank you. Most grateful to be here on your show. I've been watching from the screens, and today I'm being graced to be here. So I'm happy to be here.
Oh, he says he's happy to be on the counselor show, the Saturday night show with Counselor Perfect. He's happy. And one other thing, what I left as he's a counselor too. He's a paraprofessional counselor. So you see, there's that connection. He's a pastor and a counselor and a corporate man too. So he's having a lot of diverse side. Yes, he's married. Please, if you are single. He's seriously married to one beautiful Mrs. Anita Kuma. So don't cross his marriage. So Pastor,
Okay.
Let's go straight into our discussion. Who is a single? A single person. Who is a single?
So, who can we tag as single? Well, we can tag someone as a single, male or female, when we know that this person is not attached to anyone. And so, if a young lady moves up and about, if a young guy moves up and about, and the person is not known to have any person in his or her life as a partner, then we can say that the person is single. Of course. And now we have so many complicated relationships that we don't really know what name to give them, whether it's single, maybe certain things. But we know that if you are filling a form, it's either you are married or you're single, or maybe divorced or widower. So, yes, if I should describe someone who is single, then what I'll say is that a person who is not attached to anybody that is not.
Okay. So we heard them. A single person is somebody who is not attached to anybody. So you are not married and you are not in any serious committed relationship. That means you are single. So I'd like to ask again, is singleness a negative thing? Is being a single a negative thing or a positive thing?
Well, we can't rule out whether it's negative solely or positive. We need to look at both sides. I think there are good in you being single, and there are bad in you being single. And so we can't say that being single is good or being single is bad. But then we can look at some of the benefits as well as some of the disadvantages of being single. So for the benefit, we were created to have a relationship with people.
Yeah.
And so you being there, and the way that our body was created, was made, we get to a point in our life where we really want to have somebody we can confide in, somebody we can talk to, somebody that we can share certain things with. And so when you find yourself within that age bracket, you don't really get somebody that you can easily relate with in terms of things that are worrying you and stuff like that, it becomes a bit difficult, Yes, and at times you really want to have somebody to second your opinion. You want to grant some decision by somebody. You really wish you could get that person that you can have that kind of, exactly that kind of connection with. It's not everything that you can go straight to your sibling or your parents.
Yeah.
You wish you have that one person who has your interest at heart, and you want to talk to the person about things you want to know. Then when you don't have any person like that in your life, singleness or single becomes very, very difficult. The other negative side is that, and let me speak for some of we guys, some of the guys out there. When you are single, it saves you from a lot of financial stress. I know a certain guy who I'm working with. His name is he's single, and so he doesn't spend much on anybody. The little that he gets, he buys food, he eats, and that's it. But when you engage, like the other guy that I work with, he's going out with a lady called Hannah. Hello, Hannah, wherever you are. There are small, take me out, it's my birthday kind of thing. So
some financial responsibility.
Exactly, and it's part of it. You can't take it out.
Yes.
So I can say that these are few goods and bads when it comes to being single and not being single.
Thanks a lot. So we have learned that being single is having the negative and the positive. So we must weigh the two. Then I ask, being single, male and female, which sex, which gender does it affect the benefits? And because I know that as a lady, if you are into relationship, it means that you get a guy who is going to buy a wig for you, who is going to take you out, who is going to buy data for you, credit for you, and all that. So kind of some of your financial responsibilities being taken by him. So what are the two? Which people feel singleness that much?
Okay, so
and one other thing with the social impact too on singleness, because sometimes they'll be pushing you, get a partner. So which?
All right, so I think that if I'm not being, if I'm not losing my way,
Yeah.
I would say that ladies do suffer, or for lack of a better word, let me just take it, suffer when they are in that singlehood.
Okay.
The reason why I'm saying this is because, God created them out of their mind to be in a way sort of dependent on him. And so because of that, it becomes difficult for the lady at a point in time. Not let me not use the word difficult, but it becomes a little bit uneasy for the lady to, not to have a guy around. When you look at the two, it's same with guys. We were also made, because the Bible makes us understand that it is not good for the man to be alone. So men also need women to be around. But the point is, from the way we were created, it appears that men don't really get worried that much when they are not attached to anybody, especially when they are growing. But ladies do become very concerned about their status when they are not attached to anybody. And so when you look at it from these two directions, you can say that for the ladies, it takes much from them when they are not attached to a male or to a guy during certain age. But it's also because of the pressure that we have in society, where the society expects that within certain age brackets, a lady should be married. And because of that, if the lady is not married around that time, it becomes a little bit of a problem. So I think that what can I say? What I can say is that for the male and the female, if you are looking at these two gender classification, it's the female that most of the times when they are not attached to a partner, a male, it becomes a little bit uneasy for them to attach.
And I think also it's because of our biological clock. Yeah, because at a certain age, you expect to start family. So if you are still single and you are not getting committed, because from committed relationship, you move to marriage. So if you are still single around that age, let me use 30, like 30, 40, but you are still single. It's kind of your biological clock. You yourself feel like you want to get attached. That thing also, I think, is also affects ladies. So then I'd like to ask, what are some of the things? We have realized that we have the negative and the positive, the benefits and the effects of being single. What are some of the things that have been whilst you are single? Because you know that it's a time that it's a great period, although the negative sides are there, the negative things like you having somebody to confide in and all that. Most of my listeners, some are singles, right? So what are some of the things they can do whilst they are single, now that they are single? What are some of the things?
Okay. I'm just picturing myself, giving my younger self some advice with the question that you asked. Before I got married, I didn't really know what to do. Yeah. Young, you just think about this, getting some good job to do, sleeping, waking up, doing all those things. But when you get married, and then you look at your years back, then you come to think about it holistically, and then point out certain things that you could have done better. And so, coming from that direction, what I would tell your viewers about what they have to do while they wait, while they wait that somebody will come and then, take their hand or walk with them.
Somebody sang good finally. I better the song.
Is that one, let's look at how to invest in yourself.
Okay.
And so, what are your interests? Have you been able to identify your interests? If you've been able to identify your interest, can you, out of the interest, create some kind of vocation or a career, a business out of it? The reason why I'm saying this is because, normally, personally, let me cite this example.
Yeah.
I wanted to learn how to play keyboard.
Yeah.
Yes, I had that interest. Like, I really didn't take it serious. I thought maybe it will come. Now, when I got married, I realized that I don't have time. So, exactly. And there are so many other things you have to look at when you get married that you don't really concentrate about people. So you don't have enough time to spare for things like that. So, if that interest that I had when I was not married, if I exploited that by taking up some classes and learning the keyboard and all these things, now I would have had that skill in addition to it. So one thing that I would say is that get to know your interests and invest in it. Okay, because when you get married, you don't get time to do that. Another thing is that take some kind of risks when it comes to your career.
So the first one is get to know your interests and invest in it. Yeah, because sometimes the interest can become even your vocation for you in your passion. So that is the first point from Pastor Counselor King David Kuma. I hope you're writing it down.
And then the second thing that I would want to talk about is about taking risks when it comes to your job that you are doing. So when you are not married, you don't have much pressure because apart from maybe your parents or your siblings that you want to take care of, you don't have the nuclear family setup. You don't have that setup, so you don't have any immediate responsibilities. And so when it comes to that, you can look at some other job alternatives or options that you have. Maybe you get a job opportunity somewhere in Northern Region. You are in, say, Greater Accra. You're not married. You can take up that risk and go and see what will come out of it. So while you wait, don't lose chance on these job opportunities that you get. Forget about it. Some people don't really want to try anything. Exactly. They are in Takrady, they are in Accra, they are in Kipo, so they really want to be there. But you are not married. What are you doing? If it has to do with getting a house and all that, when you move there, definitely you find a way out. You're single, so you don't really much. So the second thing that I would say is that take risks when it comes to finding or locating a good job. When the job opportunities come, no matter what, just hop onto it and then go and grab it. I would also want to talk about.
So the second one, not cutting. The second one is taking risk.
Yes.
So you should take risk as being single because you don't have a wife, you don't have a child, your responsibilities are less.
Exactly.
So take risk whilst you can have it. Yeah. So move out of your comfort zone.
Let me add something to that.
Okay.
In that one, if we take risk, let's say you enter into something that is very dangerous, and let's say you even die. You don't have any wife or children to cry. It's just your mother and your siblings. So that when you take risks and you die in it,
the casualties are low.
You get it. Than when you marry, and when you marry, everything is calculated because every move you make, it's going to affect either your child or your wife.
But somebody depends on you.
Exactly. You get it. And you can't afford to die and leave your family behind. But when you are single, you care less. You get it. Your mother will cry for your siblings will cry for that was all. Well, we don't create much learning. So that is to add to the risk.
Yes.
Now the third thing that I want to talk about quickly is about your finances.
Okay.
You need to know how to manage your finances because if you are going to get anything better in life when it comes to finances, it has to do with when you are single. Because when you are married, as I said earlier, when responsibilities come, you need to feed people. And so that one CD has to be divided into about 2 or 3. Okay. Now, when you are single and not married, that one CD, you can do a lot with it. Okay. Sacrifice when you are not married and save, invest, try to do something with the money. Don't be wasting the money. But you know, this is one of the hard truths that you get to learn after you get married.
Yeah.
Because when you are young and you are not married, you think about, you know, partying, going out,
flashy cars,
that kind of
the
thing.
latest phone,
Phone,
the latest
waste
skirt,
for the
the
ladies,
shoes,
right?
bags.
Yes, they'll be pushing money into that side, and later on you realize that all these things you didn't have yet. So don't waste much. In fact, nobody really cares about, you know, about you that much until you have that much money for people to care about. Okay.
So nobody cares about you that much unless you have that much money to spend. That is when the punchline from Pastor. So make much money, people care much about you. You become news. Everything you say, you pop. The radio station, the television station,
they'll pick it up. The bloggers will pick it up.
If you don't have anything, you can climb up that, so nobody cares.
You get it. Yeah. Nobody will even. You will die and you go too soon and nobody will.
Okay.
But the thing is, this thing you come to learn later on in life. So it's good that you're running this program so that when you bring this thing out, at least when God or Jesus Christ asks us, we've done our part by letting you know that you need to save or get your finances right. Discipline yourself. So the word that I want you to pick is discipline. Discipline yourself, because if you're not able to man your finances, when you get married, you will still find it difficult. Know how to save, when to invest, and things that you can push your money into. So look at your finances while you wait. Try to create accounts, you know, for even your kids that are yet to be born. You know, you have in mind you'll be having a wedding, a flashy wedding. Start putting money towards it. No, I will not encourage that. But even if you have that money, while you wait, put your money down and save. Don't be eating, you know, spending much money on food and all those things. Okay. But yes, of course, once in a while you need to, you know, relax the body. But it shouldn't be an everyday thing. Okay, so that would be the third thing that I want to point.
So what he's saying is it's not going for just the males.
Exactly.
It's also for the females too. Because some females think that, oh, my burden is going to be for the man. Somebody's son gonna find me someday. So I'm just let me get pretty till I get my Prince Charming to come and take off me. My dear, no, from what he's saying both for both sexes. So if we're lady too, please tone down on the number of ways. We have about 5, it's okay. We have a lot of shoes, every color that matches your bag and everything, it's okay. One thing about this fashionable things is you can't even resell it. You don't do bill. So you just go and give it out to a friend, to a cousin, to somebody at no cost at all. But if you have saved that money, that 1,000, that 2,000, that 500, it's going to amass something for you. And he was saying save. You can also buy a land, purchase a plot of land, start developing something. We have a place to live and to rent to others for your future. So I think he's saying we should start planning from now. And for our ladies too, there's nothing wrong with lady having your own money, helping your guy. So stop somebody something and find me something. Do also your part. Let you also find somebody something, because nowadays, let me tell you this, the guys also want to go to better marriage. So I also can some more power and back. So when they ask you, how are you, everything, how your mother, where does she work, your father, and they realize that everything is down, they start running away from you. You have not realized. That's the reason why most guys are running away from you, because they realize that we are bedding. We are coming from a bedding home. So yes, they don't want to carry burdens. Now everybody wants to eat, everybody wants to chop. So make yourself financially strong, accessible, and you see the kind of guys who be looking for you. I don't know it, child. This is only on the counselor show, the Saturday night show of Counselor Perry. So do stay tuned. Pastor, yes, the next one.
I think I would want to talk about family. Okay. All friends. Or let me say family and friends. See, when you marry, you start to create your own family. But while you wait to get married, one thing that you should look at is how to stay connected to family and friends. Because the job that you do when you marry it's a lot. It takes a lot of your time. But then, when you're single, you have enough time, so you can check up on family, you can check up on friends, visit friends when they're having their weddings. Try to take part, go and see, go just support them. Check up on your parents, on your siblings. Stay connected, because the moment you get married, you will not get that enough time, because you now have a first family you have to pay or attend to. And so when you're single, make sure that you don't disconnect from the family. You try to get connected to the family, so that at least in some way it can make up for the time that you will not get for them when you get married. Yes, it's hard. So it's something that the young ones that are not married should also look out for. That as they are single, they should try and create family time, so that they can spend some time with them.
So he's saying that we should create what family time, friends, and what family. And he's also touching on networking. So you must develop networking at that stage. You are in the university, you are in the church, you must develop networking. You see, the richest person is how much network you have. You have a friend who is a doctor, you have a friend who is a lawyer, you have a friend who is a teacher, you have a friend. So you need to create a strong network, so that if you need anything, you can tap into it. They can also tap into you, you connect yourself. The word is about connections and contacts. So if you don't have the connections, if you don't have the contacts, you will just have your set and you'll be there. You might not even help your wife. But if you have the connections and your wife is pregnant, you get Bridge Hospital, special room for her to deliver. So as you are single, work on your connections and contacts. Stop Netflix. You sit in the house, your room, your bed, and you watch from 8 o'clock to 3. Then you brush your teeth, you go to work, you come back and do the same thing. My friend, go out there, socialize. This is the time you need to socialize. I think it's the spiritual aspect. Paul was saying something. Being the pastor, I know you have it
I was going to get there.
Yes.
I have mentioned like four your interest, rates with job careers, taking rates when it comes to your job opportunities. I've talked about finances. I've talked about family. And now I want to talk about spirituality. Okay. And so, in fact, youth of today must finding some distaste for church and religion, But the truth is, no matter what we do, we can't run away from the fact that there is a creator who created the world. And because of that, we need to stay connected to the creator who created the world. So being it, you being a Muslim, you being a Christian, while you wait for you to get married, get yourself involved with church activities. Okay, for Muslim friends out there, get yourself involved with Muslim activities. Things that are religious, get yourself involved with, because you need to stay connected. Research has proven that people at times get depressed when they find out that they don't have any meaning to life. And so it becomes like, even if they end their life,
suicidal.
One of the antidotes to that, or the medicine to that, is that when people turn that thing to, or when people get the understanding that they are connected to a creator, then it makes them, in a way, find meaning to life. And so while you wait to get married, when you are in your singlehood, as young as you are, get yourself involved with the church. Pick up church positions, get to know the church. It's amazing that people go to church and they don't know much about the church that they are in. Okay, so I'm a 7-day Adventist church. I'm a 7-day Adventist, and I don't know even the president of my church. I don't know the organization of my church. I don't know what the church believes in. When will I get to know that? Yeah. And remember that when you marry, you need to transfer all that knowledge you have to your kids. Yeah. And so if you don't take time to learn much while you wait, then when are you going to learn it? Because when you marry, that is the field that you display everything that you've learned. And so before you marry, you should learn a lot, especially when it comes to your faith. Get involved with your church, learn more about your faith, build yourself in it, search for God and know God, engage in church activities so that you get the understanding. Because one day you'll be a father, one day you'll be a husband, and you have responsibilities to play as a husband or as a father. And if you don't understand, the religious part of it, you will not become complete, whether as a father or as a husband. So you need to know all these things before you even get, married. And so while you wait, look at your spiritual life. It's not all about partying and all that. Check your spiritual life, understand the church that you are in, get involved with the church that you are in, and try to prepare yourself religiously or spiritually as you plan to marry.
Okay. So that is for the spiritual aspect. So as you are single, as Paul said, this is the time that when you get married, your attention goes towards your spouse. Yes. So now that you are single, seek the Lord whilst you can be found.
Yeah.
That is Solomon true. So you need to be involved in church activities. This is the time you need to work for the Lord. So stop running away from church activities. Mostly when they are single, they don't like coming to church.
Yeah, they will not.
They will never come. But when they get a spouse and they are going to Broken Heart, then you see them pastor, even 12 o'clock, that pastor is communion with God and it's having divine intervention with the wife. Then you worrying pastor.
Exactly.
You understand?
They worry a lot.
Whilst that time you should have been what? Praying. At least you could have antidote to some of these things.
Exactly.
So now that you are single, seek God. Exactly. Before the difficult days come, so you see I have no pleasure in them. So any other point, any other thing you have to say?
I think basically we've touched on almost everything about your relationship with yourself, taking care of yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, well, we can also make that a point that while you wait, you should take care of yourself. Don't allow your body to become fat. And then when we say Obolo, you will say we are body shaming. When you know yourself that you were not born
abuse.
Then
That
you
is
say that we are
emotional
abusing you. When you yourself allow yourself to become Obolo, you get it.
That is an abuse.
And okay. So let us not go.
You understand?
No, I get you, but I was just thinking about people that allow themselves to be full of problems.
Yes.
And then want
the sympathy
from people or want God to intervene.
Yes.
Okay, but the point we are trying to make here is that don't get yourself in shape. Okay.
Stop eating late.
Stop eating
pasta
late. Well, whatever you do, just be careful. Check your because if you don't take care of yourself while you're young, you suffer when you're old. You can't cheat nature. So you need to be careful. Don't think that you have the strength today, you can eat anything and
but one thing is, if we're young, mostly they stand, I don't want to mention any brand's name. The pasta noodles, the noodles, and it's mostly take delicious when it's around 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock. You get it? And mostly the singles who eat it. Exactly. If we're a committed relationship, you need to cook better food like rice, like jollof, like ampesier, so you don't be buying. But if we're single, that is the most delicious thing.
Exactly. When you go in Roma in the evening, you are going to see some noodles joints. You just go and get hot one and add more pepper. And you get to the noodle and you're okay. But the truth is, the more you feed the system, your body will die.
And pizza too. The ladies should be paying. I want pizza.
Yes, I want pizza. And interestingly, we've also grown to accept that the best time to eat pizza is in the evening. In late evening,
you get some soft mineral, you watch Netflix,
so we need to be careful, especially when we are young, so that we don't burden ourselves when we get old. And so let's make a conscious effort to be physical. We do some physical activities. Not if you can't go to the gym 24/7, at least just try to intentionally do some few exercises to keep the body in shape. Be careful about the things you eat be careful about what you put in your mouth and all that. And I know in it all, it's something that will help you when you get married. Yeah.
So we have, it seems you have exhausted all the points. If you have any other points, the comment section you can drop it. But our pastor has exhausted most of the points, and he has really helped us. I wish I knew this whilst I was single. Like, it could have helped a lot. So if you are listening to us, you are on the right channel, and what we are telling here, from what we are learning here, is going to help you. So please do subscribe to my page and share it. Leave a comment, share, let others also learn what we are learning here. So we have learned a lot. Singleness, we have the advantages, we have the disadvantages. And if you manage yourself well, you are going to transit into marriage with what? Bliss. But if you don't manage it well, it's not going to help you. So we are dropping our few announcements. Then our pastor counselor, King David Delali Kuma, will come in to give us our general tips. So he's coming to run everything up and give us these tips. He gave 3 strong punchlines. I hope you remember that. Yeah. So Perfect Counsels Network, we are on Facebook, we are on Instagram, we are on YouTube. On YouTube is Counselor Perfect. So please do check me out, subscribe. I have a lot of videos, how to increase your libido, the best sex positions ever, what to do if a guy needs you, if you want your ex back, what are some of the things you have to do. It's all there. So go and subscribe and watch the videos. I'm on Instagram too, Counselor Perfect. So follow me and let's learn together. And we are having an upcoming event that is on December. We are going to walk from Ayi Mensa to Pediasi Lodge. So those of you in Accra, yay! Pastor said we should exercise, right? If you are single, you should take off your body. So we are going to walk from Ayi Mensa to Pediasi Lodge. So join me. It's free, and we are having side attraction. When you come, you are going to have it. So join me on the 3rd of December. The 3rd of December is a Friday, Farmers for holiday. We are walking from Ayi Mensa to Pediasi Lodge. We are health board. It's a health board, and it's that young no stopping anywhere. So we're right at the top, and we are going to donate to Mampon School of the Blind. We are going to donate on the 24th of December. So please come and support us. All your widows' minds, please support us. My number is 0243 28 37 84. The flyer will be out, but if you want to support us, it's 0243 28 37 84. So we are back to our pastor, King David Delali. And where we are having the studio, we have moved to a nice place in Takrady, Tadi, Okorupia, Mentalo, and this is where we are, Counselor Perfect. The pictures will drop, so you know me now. We are cruising in Tadi. So we are in his studio. It's a very nice place. So if I Tadi, in and around Tadi, the Viepuma, Piper, no, Tano Pro, Message, Boshazi, not Tazi. I have your papa, I have your boy. Now, I'm in the shots, we don't Google Facebook. I want to give that on the chat, your stars now. Our pastor is going to give us his last words and his phone number. I said he's a counselor too, so if you need him. But please, he's a married man. So when his sis came, don't call him. His working hours, waiting your friend, and power deliverance. Don't call him to tempt you. Put me tempted with just fire. That's true. Pastor.
All right. And so for the studio, I want to add more details.
Yeah.
So we are at IAU, very close to the Vipers Junction. That's where we are. And so feel free to walk in anytime for the nice shoot. And we don't have much. The name is Gidofit Studios. We are on all social media handles. So check us on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. We are there. Now, Counselor, there is one thing that we forgot to add to the things you should look at. That is health. Okay, we've talked about being physically fit, but health. Do get time to also check your system while you wait. go for regular checkups. Okay, if you're a guy, check your semen, see all these things. Don't wait till you marry before you do all these things.
If the children are not coming before you
then you start to worry.
Yeah.
But do all these checks. As a lady, try to do the basics
Your
so that
fertility check.
yes, so that you know that you are okay. If there is any fibroid or something, you know when to work on it. Don't wait till you get married before you do all these checks. Because when you get married and you do that, there are so many issues that come out of it. So as a guy, don't think you're okay. For the fact that you have a girlfriend and you do 1 or 2 down, you think you're fit. No. While you wait, check yourself. As you do the regular checkup, check your liver, your kidneys, see everything is functioning in there.
Yeah.
Do check your reproductive system, right?
Yes.
Check your reproductive system to know whether you are okay as a male, as a female, so that when the time comes for you to marry, you walk in knowing that you are fit. Check your status, do all these things.
Some won't even know their blood group. So when they are having a partner, they don't know whether the rhesus factor is matching or what.
And
They get married before they realize that no, I'm sickle, I'm having sickle cell, it's also having. So the pastor is saying that we should check all these things whilst you are single, so that when you get a partner, it's not just one wahala. The counselor is saying getting married will not be good, and now you are crying, I'm in love. If you have checked, when the guy came and said no, it's time when we are SS, our children could not do much, so you just look sharp. So look sharp.
Alright. So in sum, what I would say is that it's good to be married. Yes, and it's good to be single. But don't waste your single life, so to say. Do all that we have said and do more. You can read further to know about the things you should do and try to do all these things so that when you marry, you sit down and say that, okay, I didn't do harm to myself. Okay, and I know the good Lord will bless you when you try to work on yourself, even as you wait for the right person to marry. And so I'll leave you with this, that know that God expects that you become complete. He made you as complete as you have to be. And so don't let anything come in between your completeness, both spiritual, no, when we talk about spirituality, look at completeness, health-wise, physical, mentally, socially. Look at all these things, because Jesus Christ himself grew up in 4 areas, socially, mentally, physically, and spiritually. So look at all these things and try to build yourself in these 4 areas while you wait, and the good Lord will bless you. Amen.
Amen. Thanks a lot, our pastor. I enjoyed the discussion. I hope you also enjoyed it too. Next week we are discussing a nice topic. We are bringing 2 gentlemen, 2 bachelors. What they look out for, what men look out for before they choose you, that you are the one I'm going to take home. What men look out for. I'm bringing seasoned bachelors, senior bachelors. Just that they know the game, they know the grounds. So what do they look out for before they say that, yo, it's you, I'm taking you to see mama? You get it. So next week, 8 o'clock on the prompt, the Saturday night show with Counselor Perfect, it will be on. So stay tuned. Please like it, share. Let others also have a feel of what you are doing. And if you need counseling service, that is one-on-one group counseling. You want facilitating. You are a church, you are a social organization, you are a religious organization, a fan club, and you want somebody to facilitate on issues on love, life, and sex. Do call me. My number is 0243 28 3784. 0243 28 3784. Have a good night. Then see you next week. Bye bye.